chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know
Definitely, man. We really wanted to catch up with you, get your experiences growing up in the Geneva Towers.
Yeah, that's
Definitely,
me.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Since day one.
So when did you move into Geneva Towers for the people?
First day home from the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
day one.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying, as a newborn. You know what I'm saying? Geneva Towers is on my birth certificate. 222 Sharon Street,
Mm-hmm.
Mount Zion Hospital.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
Real building baby, like.
Mm-hmm. So how was it from the beginning, growing up in the early '80s in the Geneva Towers?
Uh, it was interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot to see, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It was like having fun as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Along with having fun, you know what I'm saying? You seen things that you wasn't supposed to see, and then you had a lot of good OGs that was like pointing you in the direction where you was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's been hell since day one though, for real, for real. Like all the way back to the first day I came home from the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Moms and pops, brought me in the house. This is what they told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever heard a story about yourself? Somebody tell you something about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's a story they told me. They said, first day home from the hospital, shit, pops bring me to my brother. Not my oldest brother, but my second oldest brother, my middle brother. And he like, meet your brother. This nigga looked at me. They said he looked at me and was like, I'm gonna get you. This nigga went to Pop's room, they said, grabbed the 25. How the fuck did the little nigga know where the 25 was? He was only 5 years old. This nigga went and grabbed Pop's gun, came back and pulled the gun out on me. First day home from the hospital. So that's what I mean by it's been problems since day one. You know what I'm saying? But they tore his ass up. Tore that ass up. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where it got better, you know what I'm saying? For ever since then, motherfuckers been looking out for me. As far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah. So how was it in your early years, like growing up in the Geneva Towers, like, in elementary school, what was you getting into around that time?
It was ill. Like, it was, actually, I don't know, I would say it was kind of velvet, though, because I had two bigger brothers, and I was following their footsteps, so I had the same teachers they had. So it was almost like they were pretty much prepping me for what I was gonna go through as I was going through it, because they had already went through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, from kindergarten to like 8th grade, had all the same teachers as them. You know what I'm saying? So they was telling me what the teachers was gonna be like and everything. So all I had to do was just go through it for myself. Going to Alvarado, Big Viz, you know what I'm saying, and then McAteer or whatnot. And shit. But it was cool. Like, I'm a little brother, so you know what I'm saying? We grew up wrestling in the hallways and everything, like looking off the balcony, seeing everything happening on the streets or whatever. I was following behind my big brothers though. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they was getting into, I was getting into. And them boys was many. You know what I'm saying? Bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm doing whatever they allow me to do though at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I was very much protected. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So would you say you had like an overall good childhood, good experiences growing up in the Geneva Towers?
Yeah, I would say good experience because I took in the good, but I seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? Most people be traumatized by the shit that I done seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen some shit that I don't even want to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, first homie I ever known passed away from the towers. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Tone, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was crazy experience as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how his death unfolded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man.
You know,
And how old was you around that time when that happened?
uh, I was 6 years old. I was 6 years old. I remember coming home from the wrestling match at the Cow Palace or whatever, and seeing, you know what I'm saying, the aftermath of the ambulance after they, you know what I'm saying, picked his body up off the ground or whatnot, because he had got thrown off the towers, man, off the 16th floor. You know, rest in peace, Uncle Tom, man. I don't even like shining a light on how he died, but you know what I'm saying, that's something that I really went through as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I had to see that chalked out body or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that ain't something you really want to like reflect on too much.
Yeah, for real.
You know.
It's tough.
Yeah.
You had to go through, man.
Yeah.
So, as a kid, did you get involved in sports? Was you playing a lot of sports back in the back at that time?
Definitely, man. We had a rec center, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Vern, Tracy Dixon, man, they kept us busy. You know what I'm saying? We had baseball, football, and basketball. You know what I'm saying? So we had something to do all year round. And then the summertime was really ill. Like, you know what I'm saying? To where we spend all day in the rec center in the summer. You know what I'm saying? We had them relay races and everything, you know what I'm saying? To where, yeah, the rec center kept a brother busy and kind of like kept your mind off of what was really going on behind you and around you. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it was the Geneva Towers. If you know the stories of the Geneva Towers, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it was a lot of influence, but now they tried to keep us busy, you know what I'm saying, as kids, and I was in them programs, you know what I'm saying, going on all the little summer field trips or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. In fact, I feel like, you know, that's what shaped me, you know what I'm saying, them OGs looking out for the youngsters, you know what I'm saying, because seeing what was going on around me, as far as what the older cats was doing, that was a bad influence, you know. So that rec center, you know what I'm saying, it let a kid be a kid, you know what I'm saying. And mind you, my bigger brothers, they didn't care for the little brother being like them. You know what I'm saying? My older brother, Junebug, he didn't want Lydell to be like him. Lydell didn't want me to be like him. And Junebug didn't want me to be like him. To where it was, you know. So they was doing their thing, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. And that rec center, it kept me out their way. You know what I'm saying?